Good morning. We're going to be talking about the tongue tap, attack on the note, and I think you'll find this of great interest, although I don't know that you've ever seen this before other than in my book or some other videos I've done. If you think about any note that you play, it has three parts, right? It has the beginning, it has its middle or duration, and it has its end. Those would be the three portions that you could manage as a musician. Or, of course, its absence, which is silence, but we're not covering that today because it's too hard. It is hard to, Miles Davis said the hardest thing was to figure out what not to play. I agree with that. Well, anyway, when it comes to tongue taps, we're talking about the attack on the note. And, to give you some idea, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, just go like that. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And then nyah, 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 nyah. Okay, do nyah, 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 nyah. And then ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Well, let's see what happens when we put those shapes onto a harmonica. The first one is a true tongue tap. Now, with a harmonica, when you do ta-ta-ta-ta, if you take your finger and you feel your thumb, and you get behind your teeth, you're going to feel a ridge all the way along on the inside of your mouth. That's called the hard palate ridge. And that's what your tongue is actually laying against. And when the tongue comes up against it and then releases, air is shot out in a pulse or a shot of air that's a little bit more focused than just from your diaphragm alone. So here's what I would call a harder tongue tap. Ta 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 ta. Okay. You wouldn't use that very much in music, but you'll use the hybrid or the backed off version, nyah nyah nyah, a lot. Listen to that. Just a little nyah 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 nyah, little nyah 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 nyah, nyah 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 nyah, nyah 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 nyah, nyah nyah, yeah 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 yeah. Okay, your tongue's a really fantastic muscle. It does so many things we're not aware of. It's really an underappreciated part of the human body. So let's compare the sound of the nyah nyah, which is kind of a soft but still distinct. Soft and yet distinct attack on the note with diaphragm alone. It's almost like a little sled ride. And it's not very distinct. So I'm going to start with the diaphragm, and then when I go like this, it's going to be the nyah nyah type of tongue tap. Let me do a phrase or two and you'll hear it all come together. I mean the nyah nyah tongue taps coming together. I might throw in a couple of hard ones too, but I don't do those very often. Just about every note that was being played in there was a nyah nyah tongue tap. Here's the hard ones. Now, I really wouldn't play it that way, just so you know that was just a demonstration. It would be What are those attacks on the nose? Nyah nyah. Okay, so that's just something to play around with. It gives you, more control of the attack on the note, and you can manage that front end of that note a little bit more. I think you'll enjoy goofing around with it.